everybody, welcome back to Float and Roll. We're going to talk about nesting cookware today for our van. And when we were shopping for nesting cookware, we wanted something that we could possibly use on the boat as well, because we may be replacing that pretty soon. But when we were looking at different options out there, we wanted something that was durable, the heat would distribute evenly throughout the pan. You could cook for 2 to 6 people pretty easily, so it was fairly sizable, but the handles needed to be removable and everything had to fit in a nice little pile, basically, because we have to fit it into this small space right here. And some of these items might go, but we're going to see how this fits when we're done. Also, the pots and pans are going to be used on this cooktop here. So we'll show you how they fit on there as well. And lastly, one of the other requirements that I kind of considered is having pots and pans that were induction capable, because we may be getting an induction cooktop on our boat. So when we use a set there as well, I figured this would be a good trial run to see if we wanted to use the same set on the boat. And we wanted to have 2 different sets of pots and pans for the boat and the van, because they're about 1/4 mile apart just to walk down the dock to get from one to the other. So it's not something we want to be moving back and forth on a regular basis. So I'm going to unbox our new dishes and tell you a little bit about them as we go. So what I ended up choosing was a Magma set of 10 nesting dishes that are stainless steel. I did not get the non-stick version. I got the regular stainless steel version. We just prefer that. I know there is a non-stick version available as well for people who like that. There's a version that is induction ready and another set that is not. Some of the other ones that I looked at that I didn't try first, and if this doesn't work out, maybe we will be looking at those because they are a little less expensive. There's a set, I believe, by Camco, which is a camping supply company, and another one that's out there as well. But it didn't seem like the reviews, especially when it came to the safety of the removable handles, were as good as the Magma one. So that's why I went with that. We also have a Magma grill, so we're very happy with their products. Can you stop? Seems to be very well packed. Hopefully that means there's very little chance of damage and shipping. And heavy, which is not a bad thing. That should help them be much more durable. So it's got this bungee cord, which you use regularly to help keep the pieces together so they don't rattle around in the van or on the boat. And that is the frying pan. One of the lids. Just checking the fit there. It's a little wobbly. The large pot, that's a very nice size large pot. I don't know what the amount of quarts is, but we can look that up in a minute. And another lid. A very small pot. Like so, and the little red thing locks it in place. that works on all the pieces, including the frying pan. It seems pretty sturdy. It rattles a little bit, but it feels like it's really on there firmly. This lid fits there. It's got a nice snug fit on that one. And then this looks like a graduated lid, so it fits a number of different pots. That one, and that one. Okay, let's take a look at how it fits on the cooktop. I'll just clean this off for a second. Okay, so I'm going to try these pots out and see how they fit on our little cooktop here. This is probably the one we would use the most frequently because we don't have a tea kettle to boil water in order to save space. So this is what we would use for our water for coffee and tea and stuff like that. Obviously that fits very well. Let's jump to the big one. Yep, I think that definitely could work. And the frying pan. Now, as a frying pan, it's a little small, but I think we'll manage with it somehow. So, put the handle on there, and the lid, and you got your water boiling. And there are actually 2 handles that come with this. Okay, there you go. Now let's see how it fits in the drawer. Okay, it dawned on me before we put it in the drawer that I'm going to need to put this all together again, and it took me a minute to figure out how I was going to do that. So, because I wasn't really paying attention when I took it apart, but it's pretty easy. And I did buy these pot dividers to go inside that help reduce the sound and protect the pots. So you'd put those in there like that. And that one went there, that one. And of course we have to get, I did not put the handles in there. Let's see if they fit, because they weren't in the pots when we got it. No. So those are going to have to stand aside. Okay. And then you have your bungee cord, which goes like... Okay, I'm going to need to practice that one a little more. Okay, we've got it all back together again. I figured out how to use the bungee cord, and I put these pot dividers between almost every section to prevent rattling. Made some space in the drawer, and you can see it's an excellent fit. I'm not going to be able to get all my storage containers back in there, but that's okay. I don't use very many of them anyway. And we'll just put the handles in here. And voila, now to use it. Welcome back. We're on the boat, the Californian, which is named Anchor Down Glasses Up. And we thought we'd show you how the Magma nesting pot set works in our kitchen here, our galley. So first I want to show you around in our galley. This is the dinette area that we have over here. And then to the opposite side, we have the kitchen, or galley, I should say. And you can see that it's rather small, so space is at a very, very much a premium. And so when we looked at what we wanted to do for pots and pans in the galley on the boat, we really wanted to put everything in this cabinet right here. And you can see this is where we have our pots and pans today. This is only a small section of the pots and pans that we have. So in addition to that, and you can see it's quite messy, we also have a frying pan in this drawer under here because it wouldn't fit in the cabinet above. And then we have over here a stock pot and another large pot and a couple of lids that we've been putting in a locker. That's a storage area on a boat, and we haven't really used them much at all in the last year. So we're hoping that this Magma set right here is going to replace all of that and make the space much more efficient. So let's put the Magma into the cabinet and see how it does. Okay, we put the Magma nesting pots in our pot cabinet, and as you can see, there's lots of extra room available. We did not put the handles in yet, but I'm thinking we could mount them right here on the door. But we'll just set them in there for now. And somehow we want to utilize the space above as well. But you can see that there's plenty of space over here to the right. And I could even, for example, put our measuring cups in here and something even behind that. And there's loads of extra space. And then the drawer where the frying pan was is tremendously freed up for something else. So this is, if these pots can cook everything that we need to cook for 2 people, sometimes 4 to 6, then we're in great shape, and we've made a lot of extra room on the boat. So we're very happy with that.